7. Continue 2030. Exterior airbase. Here we find Ben and James in discussion outside the hangar. Ben: So what do you think, James? James: Yes, it's odd that they've opened my file again after 10 years. Do you know anything about comets hitting our planet in the past? Yes, multiple fragments of a giant comet impacted the Earth 12,000 years ago, so it's nothing new. Maybe governments were expecting something to happen in 2030. I remember a book by Charles Hapgood who predicted a rapid pole shift with catastrophic results. Right, but our planet looks to have experienced a mass coronal ejection from the sun, and that was never forecast. Exterior airbase. They walked to the launch pad and the entrance to the hangar. Look, James, I really don't want to go through more tests with these boffins. Maybe you can help them more than I can. Okay, do you have something better to do? Yes, I'm going to catch up with Michelle. Okay, no problem. Meet me at the hospital and we can get a ride back to the house together. Interior airbase hangar. James shows his pass to the guard and enters the hangar. Meets a young technician, 30s. Flight technician: Good morning, sir. We were hoping you would come by and see us. James: What exactly do you want me to do? A short test flight today. Please come this way to change. Interior airbase hangar. James changes into a light blue flying suit with a pilot's helmet to wear. You know, I've never been in the pilot's seat before. Don't worry, it will be very simple today. Lift off to 300 feet and a slow descent. Okay, sounds easy to me. The flight mode has been disconnected, so you can't fly off anywhere. Cut to exterior airbase launch pad. James follows the instructor out to the plane on the launch pad, climbs a ladder to the pilot's seat, talks through his headphones. Flight instructor: Now, in front of you is the control panel and the start procedure button. Do you see that? James: Yes, looks pretty clear to me. When we close the cockpit canopy, you push the button and wait for our signal. Okay, I think I've got that. Good. Now push the start up and watch the control panel light up. You will feel the plane coming alive without any noise. Roger that, it feels fine. Now set the altitude to 300 and prepare to lift off. Exterior airbase launch pad. James on board the plane sees the flight coordinates light up. The plane rises off the ground in a slow hover. I can see a list of flights that were used for the flights to Portugal. Can you explain more? No, you should not interfere with that. Please don't touch those controls. Exterior airbase launch pad. James ignores the instructor and adds a coordinate of his own. Camera pans around for all to see the runway of the airfield and fields down to the River Thames. Now push the lever to start descending back onto the landing pad. Cut to exterior airbase launch pad. Men with paddles, dressed in white, wave the plane silently back onto the ground. James: So how did it go for you? The view from up there was amazing. Instructor: Yes, it went well. You can climb down now onto the pad. What exactly was being measured this time? We are measuring the electromagnetic waves in the cavity walls. If that's what gives the plane the lift to hover, what happens during a flight? We're not sure, but these waves may create a vacuum around the plane, allowing it to move at high speed. You mean it can be used underwater or even in space? Really, we don't know. You know, the plane must be returned to the U.S. military tomorrow. Sorry, we're out of time. So you've been told to have the plane ready for a flight tomorrow. Yes, we will be ready for you as soon as we get the approval orders. Interior airbase hospital. James walks back to the hangar to change and leaves, finds Ben at the medical center talking to Michelle. James: Hi guys, just back from a short test flight. Anything new here? Ben: No, I just told Michelle we're leaving tomorrow to return the plane to the U.S. She's not happy. Oh, don't worry about that, as I have a plan, or more an idea. Really? That's why you look so happy? Michelle: No, let James explain what's his idea first. Well, it's too early for that. Can you get us a few hours in Flight Simulator this afternoon? Yes, I mean, it's possible. I already did a couple of hours in there, so what do you need? We need a simulator for a plane where the two pilots sit next to each other. You mean like a military trainer aircraft? Yes, that's so I can instruct you what to do. Okay, but on our plane, you sit in the back and I pilot from up front. I don't get what you want. Come on, let's go over to the simulator and I'll explain as we walk. Great, I'm up for something new. Sorry, Michelle, but I hope to see you later tonight. Exterior airbase simulator. We watch as Ben leads James over to the building with the simulator and they talk. Ben, so what happened with the training today? James, test flight up to 300 feet and down again, but the control panel gave me ideas. Really? Like what? The plane creates a vacuum that clears a path in space and gives negative mass, so it can reach very fast speeds. What, up to the speed of light? No, it must fly below that, but that's already fast enough. I think it can operate underwater or maybe even in space. Okay, so why the flight simulator? First, it shows we're serious, and second, I can show you what to do. What do you mean, what to do? Ben, I don't think we should fly the plane back to the US. Frankly, I don't trust them. All right, tell me your plan, because we're sure to be observed inside. Remember the control panel. I changed the coordinates for your mother's house from Portugal to Montserrat. You did what? Why would we want to go there? Won't we be tracked? Not without any satellites. Look, we fly to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, descend into the sea, and jump back in time to your mother's house. James, you're clearly mad. The Atlantic is 2 miles deep and the plane would be crushed. Okay, I'm just thinking. There's a time indicator on the control panel, so we can return to 2020. I'm sure. No problem. My goodness, you really have been all over the controls. All right, let's go inside and see how we can make this idea work. The next podcast will go back to explain how Michelle meets Lucy again and makes it to the airbase.